If you have a shirt like this or a blouse that you're ready to discard, you don't know what to do with it, you're going to throw it away, use it for cleaning. Let me show you something. Just wait before you throw it away or use it as a rag. This fabric is very nice. Like it has all these little holes, and then you have these little patterns, and it's all cotton. And the best thing of all, as you can see here, it has another piece of fabric in here, which is the inside. Okay, and here it was like a hook and button. It is like a hook and button, so it's sewn on all sides. It's sewn here, it's sewn in here. It has the bottom that's really nice, which if I wanted to make this into a bag, a messenger bag or a little apron, this would be the inside. This would be the inside, and you don't have to sew this side or this side or even do the top. The top is already very well made. Okay, so we're just going to upcycle this into various items. The only place you would sew would be right here, where you would cut it here. You would sew right here, or in my case, I use a glue gun, and you can use these the Gorilla glue sticks. The Gorilla glue sticks. I mean, if you try to tear it apart, you'll tear the fabric before you pull it apart. So the Gorilla sticks is just as good as if you sewed it, or better. And you don't need a lot. And you would just, when you cut here, because this is how big I would want this pouch or bag or little apron, whatever you want to make it, then you would have to glue that. This is a seam you would follow, and there's no line here, but you can follow it and just sew that together. I mean, or glue it, whatever you want. And this is the only thing you would need to take care of then. And the corner, right here in the corner, and here. That's all you would have to take care of. And then if you want to make it into a little apron, you would glue here some straps here, or from a t-shirt, and just cut thick strips, and you could make your straps here, and you have your little purse. You can make a messenger bag and make the straps really long. You could be your messenger bag, or you can use it for groceries when you go for groceries, or it could be a little apron, or it could be a little placemat, whatever you want it to be. Okay, the thing is that we're going to reuse it, and since this is really wide, we can double it and make another one out of this piece. So like this piece I already cut. Okay, so all I cut was right here. I cut right here and right here, and there's your little bag. This is the back. This would be my top, since it's finished. It's a finished top, which was the bottom of the blouse. It's a finished top here, and I would just glue this part here. Glue all this part, and it's sealed. Put your little t-shirt straps, and you have your messenger bag, or for vegetables, or for if you want to make bags for shoes. You can put your shoes in here too, so they won't get scratched. So we're gonna have 2 of these, and the top is already finished here. Awesome. So these we would have 2. One would have buttons, and one would have the hooks. So here you could just you could hang anything there, little keychains or something like that. Whatever you need, you can hang there. And then you have this going to have the buttons, which is going to look really pretty. And this is also going to have this little edge, which is also pretty, which you could even add some ribbon there that could hang down. This would be the top because it's a finished. This is the back of the shirt, the back of this blouse, which we're going to do something else with this back of the blouse. So here you have your second messenger bag or pouch or whatever you want it to be. And remember, here it's done here, it's sewed here, it's sewed here, top is finished. You would only glue the bottom right here and right here. Okay, so this would be your second one, and then that would take care of that. Right now what I'm having left over right here would be this, but if I would make this into an apron, I would use this like for a pocket. I would glue here and here and set it somewhere here, and that would be a pocket. And maybe this one you can scrunch it up, really scrunched up or something, and make a little flower for the corner. But you could use everything. Right now I'm just showing you how to cut it, and after I glue everything together, I'll show you what I did with all the everything together, everything that I got from this one blouse that nobody's wearing, they're just gonna toss out. Okay, these are the sleeves. They're like puffy, and they also have a lace here at the edge. So these, I was thinking, if I make an apron out of this big one, to make an apron, I wanted to put some pockets. So what I would do, it was with a glue gun, I would glue here and here, and all this would be the inside. This would be one pocket, and the other sleeve I could put another pocket here. So that would look so nice, and the bottom would be finished. If you wanted to finish the edges, which are raw, the edges are raw because when we took this off, we left it here so we could keep the bottom fabric intact. So then all this, if you wanted to, you could, because I don't know if it might unravel in the wash. You could just, with the glue gun, you could just fold it, glue, fold it, glue, fold it, glue, fold it, glue, all the way to the top. And then you could also put a ribbon on top if you want it to look prettier and be a little bit stiffer if you want it. And then here you have your pockets. Of course, this is the inside of the shirt, so we would put this here on the outside. So this would be, the bottom would be finished, and you would have your pockets here. However you want it, or just one on the side. You don't have to use both of them. Also, well, that's my plan for the back, to make an apron. Also, you could take off the collar. It has this button here, so there would be your closure here if you wanted to make a necklace. So the button from the front now would go in the back, and you would have a little necklace here. And you could glue here with your glue gun whatever little items you have that might go there, or you could make some flowers with the extra little fabric that's going to be left over from this square. Make some little flowers and attach them there, and you have your necklace. Okay, and it's all finished. It's going to be all finished from the top, and then here we would trim really close to this little edge here. We would trim really close, and that would be so awesome. And you would have your necklace too. And also with the sleeves, if you didn't want to make the pockets, if you need something different, which sometimes we go to the store to look for something to put over our dress to cover our arms, a little small jacket, a little I don't know what you call them, little jacket just to cover your arms. So what you could do here, leave this on. This was the front right here. This was the front. Okay, what you would do, would you cut cut the sleeve and leave the seam. Leave the seam. Okay, which was the top. Okay, this was on the top of your shoulder right here. So right here, you wouldn't cut here. You would continue here with this. You would continue and just cut straight across. And then continue with this seam. Continue with this seam, and you would have like a little, this would go behind your neck, and you would have your sleeves. This would go behind your neck. This part would be on top of your shoulder. So this would be on top of your shoulder. The seam only, the seam. This would be the back of your neck, seam, and this would be on your arms. You would have something to cover your arms. That little summer dress, if it gets chilly or whatever, and you just have your arms. The arms covered a little bit. Even if you have a longer sleeves or something else, you can do the same thing. You have long sleeves. Sometimes your arms get really cold, not just here, your shoulder and your upper arm. And you would have your long sleeves. And they would all be attached right here with this seam, and right here to the back seam. Straight to the other one. And you could carry that in your purse in case it gets chilly or you want to cover your arms. And this would also cover your armpits, because this one has this like 1, 2, 3, like 4 or 5 inches on the bottom. It's just so cool. So you could do that with this, but I'm gonna use them for pockets. So, so you have your necklace. You have your 2 messenger bags, which would be like this. And they're gonna be so awesome. And you're just gonna sew a little. Here you're just gonna sew or glue, which I prefer to glue. Right here, the bottom will now be the top. And there's your messenger bag. You're gonna get 2 of these. And this is the other one right here, which I haven't cut yet. I cut it from here. Keep the seam so you won't cut open the bottom fabric, and you don't have to sew here anything. You only do it in here on the edge here, only because I wanted the seam to stay on the sleeve. But if you're not going to use the sleeves, you can cut up here. You don't have to sew this corner either. We're just going to sew or glue this 10 inches or so, and you got your bag. So this will be your other bag. This will be your other pocket. And then, like I said, on the back, this is gonna be your apron. And like I said, you could seal the edges, the hair with the glue gun, like this. Just put a little bit and be spreading it, and it'll attach. We'll never have. Or if you're more particular, you could fold it in and do this. There you go. But I think that would be a little too thick. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't want it too thick, the sides. So you could do the same on the top, or leave it as is, or you could glue another ribbon right here, or a what do you call that, bias, that would go on the inside and the back, the front and the back, just a little bit, so it won't unravel in the wash, which I think it will. I'm not sure. That little bias, or any piece of fabric, just glue in the front and the back, It's a little fabric that it's like a strip, but you can fold it, or it comes folded, and you can seal the edge with that bias. I think it's called bias. I don't really sew. I know a few of the things about it, but I don't know how to sew, and maybe because I have no sense of direction, but I can glue stuff really well, and they'll stay put. I can do lots of things that with a glue gun that I can't do with a sewing machine, mostly because I have trouble threading it, or I don't know how, or I don't know. I just prefer the glue gun. As a matter of fact, I have it right here, and I'm going to glue all this, and then I'm gonna do another video and show you everything that I did, and how many things we got out of this blouse that we were going to throw away. This one, it doesn't have to be an apron. As I want to do an apron because when I'm washing dishes or cooking, I'm always washing my hands and I want to dry them right away, and I want to have something that is very absorbent. Dry my hands. So here you could also make some this would be an edge, and you could make some napkins or a placemat, or you could wrap something in this for a friend, and they could reuse it as a dishcloth, a dish, not a dish rag, but like to cover bread. If you're gonna give somebody bread or something, this is awesome. Just cut the edges straight, like in a square, or curly, or like this design you want, and you can give somebody here. You can give them some apples, some onions, and take some to your friend from your garden. Ooh, I would love that. Somebody brought me onions here, or guavas or lemons in a little pouch like this that I could reuse. Oh, I would absolutely love that. I would be so happy. So I'll do the glue gun thing, and I'm gonna show you everything that I made in another video. Okay, what we're gonna have left over probably is this, and we'll probably make some flowers to decorate the necklace, if I remember. And this, I don't know yet. This, I don't know what we're going to do with this. Figure something out, and I'll let you know. And the only little scraps that I had were these. These were like from the armpits that that I need to straighten out the sides of the back. I cut right here. So these can be used also as part of the flower. So this is very clean. This was washed several times, and so that because I was planning to do the aprons or the messenger bags or some little pouches with these. You can do some little pouches with these for your jewelry. You have big bulky jewelry, or in a pinch you could tie all this together here. You could tie here with a rubber band or a ribbon and make a little hat for your baby for a photo. Isn't that cute? Here, and make a little hat for your baby. Maybe this could be the front because this is longer. A little hat for your baby for an emergency photo. You don't have to be looking at the stores. I want a little hat, embroidered little hat for the photo, or this. You can do that, something like that. Okay. There's so many things that you can do. So we'll get back to you when all this has been turned into useful things. Thank you so much, and I'll wait for the next video so you can see everything that came out of this blouse that was going to be tossed. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me.